Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Rex Originals! And for this very special episode, we will be featuring the LEGO custom Jurassic World Alive Stegoceras! But before we head on with this video, I'd like to say thanks to youtube.com audio library for this awesome background music! Please also like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And for you to be able to support my channel, please do not skip on all the ads on all my videos. You may also like to follow me on all my social media platforms. We have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LYKA. Now I'll be showing some of my exclusive photos and video clips as well. So I'll see you there, everyone! The Guess PC contest winners will be announced later on in the video, but for now, let us move on with the making of this Stegoceras. And as usual, we start off with kit bashing. And for this one, we're making this as our base figure. Several modifications have been made to the body and also the head. And I also attached several quills on the back of the figure. Now we're doing some sculpting. I use here non-sag epoxy. Just combine equal parts of A and B and then mix away. And here is how our Stegoceras actually looks like when it's actually done with sculpting. Now it's time for us to move on with primering. So here is the Stegoceras after it's been primered, and now we'll be painting it. So we'll have acrylics, some brushes, some water, and of course our reference here. So references, because references actually keep you updated on what colors you will be using on this creature. So we start off by mixing black, some blue, and a little bit of white, and apply it on areas where it needs to be. So in this case, it's actually the head and the first half of the body. And since this is pretty dark color, I wait for it to dry before moving on to the next color scheme that we will be using. So the next color is actually a mixture of yellow, white, and a little bit of the black that we actually used earlier. Now we paint this on the other half of the body, including also the quills, the legs, and the lower parts of the underbelly of this creature. And using the same black color earlier, just mix in a little bit more blue and a little bit more white, and then apply it on the beak area of the Stegoceras, as well as the lower jaw and also the underneck area of this dinosaur and the first half of the underbelly. Then using the same color that we have earlier, we will be doing some dry brushing on the topmost area or the dome head of this creature. Dry brushing actually is done by using very little paint, then at least applying it on a tissue paper, and then coloring it directly on the figure itself. Alright, so with a little bit of white added to the colors that we have, that is actually used on the second part of this creature, and then dry brush it on areas where the light catches the actual dinosaur. So those are areas of the thighs, as well as that of the tail, and some parts of the underbelly as well. After that, we apply a white coat on areas wherein the orange colors will appear. So this includes a stripe going down the area of the skull, the base of the skull, and then going towards the tip of the nose of the creature. This allows the orange colors to be more vibrant in a way, because it's actually under or written on a white space. Now using the same colors that we have, the blue ones that we used for the dome and also the undertones on the neck area, we apply a little bit of green to it and make several stripes here and there on the body, as well as several stripes also on the tail area. The thigh area of this creature actually has a lighter tone to it. So what we're going to do is with a mixture of white and some yellow, we paint also or highlight the areas on the topmost portion of the thigh. Using again the dry brushing technique, we do the same for this color on some parts of the underbelly of this creature also. And now it's time for some highlights. So this is a glow-in-the-dark orange. So I do not intend to make this a glow-in-the-dark creature, but using this type of orange is actually very vibrant, so I want to use it for this particular creature. So we paint, of course, the areas of the whales, some stripes going on the body, from the underbelly going up, as well as that particular stripe on the head area. And with that, it's time for some details, such as, colors on the eyes, some speckles here and there, and of course, the colors of the nails and the toes. And that's it for now for our remaking of the Stegosaurus. I hope you pick up something from this one. And now it's time for us to announce the SSPC contest winners. And we have 10 lucky picks, and here they are. Tommaso, John Lucas, Sisan, Joseph, Hunter Hintz, Earl Jason, SL, Xenomorph, Miguel Philip, and Mikhail. And now for our top 10 winners. Zara PKD,
Top 9,
Gabriel Connolly,
Top 8.
Dilophosaurus Rex.
Top 7.
Dinomation.
Top 6.
Bizarre Mars.
Top 5.
Ameshafa Valerino.
Top 4.
Paris Cancana Ismail.
Top
Mandiomar.
Top 2.
Mr. T-Rex.
Top 1.
And Colton Time. Congratulations everyone! And I'll see you on the next Guess SPC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And in that homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all my posts. I love the way the colors are interpreted on this Stegoceras. Well, let's move on with the closer look. And for the closer look here, we're really excited for this one because this is another Pachycephalosaur. And this is actually based off from the Jurassic World Alive Stegoceras, as you can see here on the picture. Okay, so I think the GCL here is really happy for this one. It really looks like a car in a sense, and he's actually a fan of cars also. He'll be back later on for some size comparisons, but for now, we can move on with the closer looks on the Stegoceras here. Alright, so here we have the Stegoceras. Let's put it a little bit closer so that we can take a look even if it's really small. So you have here a really dome head and a little bit of, detailing on the back. You have here some quills and also some stripings and white markings on the sides of the creature. I really like the way it looks because it's actually one of the more colorful Pachycephalosaurs in the Jurassic World Alive game. And you can see here from the details of the head, there's some, a speckling on pebbles of the head going towards its back, and also some highlighting on, orange highlighting on the stripes of the head, as well as the stripes on the body as well. So this small Pachycephalosaur actually does not have any articulations, but it also or still has this attachment on the feet, as you can see here. Here you can actually place it on a base plate such as this one and add on several more details such as some more foliage on the back, and also even place it on some of your displays since it's really noticeable because of those colorations. In the EB Toy Universe channel, I have just recently helped out with one of the projects, which is a Pachycephalosaurus level 40 from Jurassic World the game. You should check it out guys. Here is actually how it looks like when it's finished. I included a small tutorial there, so please check it out guys. And now on with our size comparisons. And for the size comparisons, we'll be comparing with a normal size minifigure as well as other creatures that we had so far under the Pachycephalosaur family. Okay, first up, this is the GCL, representing that of a human being. And although our Stegoceras here is a little bit big, I think it's just about the right size because some Stegoceras can actually grow up a little bit more bigger, and it's Jurassic World. You'll expect to have more or bigger dinosaurs, right? Okay, so let's move on with our next comparison, shall we? Bye for now, GCL! So first up, we have here a same size Pachycephalosaur. This is the Extinct Bricks Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Homalocephaly. So I made actually two Homalocephalies, and you can see here the differences. It has a really flat head. The paint scheme on these two are actually very reminiscent as that of the Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, which you might not have remembered, you might not have played it, but that is actually one of my go-tos when it comes to Jurassic Park or dinosaur gaming from before. So you can see here, the sizes are pretty much the same as I actually use the same base figures for it. Well, moving on with the next one, this is the Extinct Bricks Dracorex. This one is actually the Dracorex which Mattel first released. It has this orangey color to it with some highlighting, or highlighted are the horns as well as the detailing on the head. There is another version of the Dracorex that I actually made. This is the Extinct Bricks Primeval Dracorex. The Dracorex that you see here is same, or I guess the same size as this Dracorex. So without further ado, here it is. So this one actually has more details in terms of placements of horns on the head, as well as some details also on the back as well. As you can see here, the detailing on the colors on the sides of the creature, as well as some teal colors on the head are very much seen. On the back of the creature, you have this sail-like thing, which is same as that of the Dracorex in the Primeval series, but it can actually be removed like so that it can be actually probably a mate of the Dracorex that you see here with the Mattel one. So we have a female and a male Dracorex. Maybe a baby sometime? No? Alright, let's move on to the next comparison. This is actually a Lego Stygimoloch. As you can see here, it's quite a bit dusty, so let's brush it up a little bit. Clean it up, right? So, okay, so you see here, Lego Stygimoloch. Actually, the Stygimoloch here is actually really big, but nonetheless, I think Lego did such a good job at it. The details on the head is really fascinating, and it even actually has these removable horns on the side. The dome of this particular creature, as you can see, is very much similar to that of the Stegoceras as well. So since I really like Pachycephalosaurs, I actually created a new one, the Stygimoloch here. So this Stygimoloch is actually based off from the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom movie. So it has a relatively shorter head, I guess, compared to the Lego Stygimoloch, and corrected horn placement, as you can see here. The horns here are actually removable, but okay, so let me just show it to you guys. So you can remove one and then the other, and this is how it looks like, bald. So I don't like how it looks like when it's bald, so let's just put back the horns. Okay, so I really like how I made this one because it's really detailed in some ways. And the last of our comparisons would be the Extinct Bricks Pachycephalosaurus, which is my favorite dinosaur ever. So you can see here there are a lot of articulations to this one I added, and one of these would be, of course, it can do a ramming action. I might want to do another one. Oops. Its head is so heavy. I might actually do another Pachycephalosaurus in the future so that this one has a mate, but we'll see. Okay, so this actual Pachycephalosaurus has a really thick dome head. Around, I think the Pachycephalosaurus head thickness is around 10 centimeters. And it has so many details to it, I just can't even, point it out to you guys. It has pebbling on the head, horns on the front, it can move its neck, it can also have movement also in the head section. Like so. Of course, it has several articulations also on the tail area. Well, that's it for our size comparisons. Let us now move on with the species roll call. And for the species roll call, we have here all of them, all our Pachycephalosaurs so far. I know there are several more species, so if you want to see those, then comment away. Don't be shy, guys. I'm such a sucker when it comes to boneheads, so comment down below. I want to read them all. Also, don't forget that we have just recently had our level 40 Pachycephalosaurus in EBTOY universe. So I'll be placing a link down below on the description. So check him out, guys. It's really cool. I made that one. If you'd like to see level 40 customs here in Extinct Bricks, just go ahead and comment also. The GCL here would also like to remind you guys that all of these creatures are present in our Extinct Bricks playlist, but I will be placing also individual links to all of these creatures so that you won't have to, look for it. Well, it's time for us to have this PC roll call. Let's start with the Extinct Bricks Jurassic Park Operation Genesis Malocephaly. Extinct Bricks Dracorex for Mattel and also Primeval. I did not include here anymore our Stygimoloch for Lego, but up next is our Extinct Bricks Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Stygimoloch. And our Pachycephalosaurus from Jurassic World and Jurassic Park, Extinct Brick style. And of course, to start the show here, we have our Jurassic World Alive Stegoceras. I like Pachycephalosaurs. And now let's move on with the last looks on the Stegoceras. Stegoceras is a genus of pachycephalosaurid dinosaurs that lived in what is now known as North America during the late Cretaceous period around 77.5 to 74 million years ago. The generic name Stegoceras comes from the Greek stegi, meaning roof, and keras, meaning horn. Stegoceras was a small bipedal dinosaur around 2 to 2.5 meters long and weighed around 10 to 40 kilograms. What would you do if you can actually touch and also feel these creatures up close? Much like how the GCL would do. Well, that's it for our video on the Stegoceras. I hope you guys enjoyed it and thank you so much for watching, everyone. Also, please don't forget to support our other channels, EBTOY Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Asher. Please watch their videos, like, comment, and also subscribe to their channel as well. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar! Thanks, everyone!